Salutations viewers, you're watching Bavery Co. I'm Ben, and today I'm doing a short video about the portrayal of depression in television and film. So this is stemmed from a project I've done with my school. I've been doing it since September of last year, and it's an in-depth look into how accurate the portrayal of depression is in television and film. So the one thing we have to remember is that TV and film is all about viewers. So TV shows need lots of viewers, and so the more viewers they have, the more chance they'll have to get renewed, so the more chance they'll have to make money. Same with films, doesn't matter if the people like it or not, as long as you get millions of people going to see the film, you make millions of pounds / dollars / whatever off your film. However, this usually means that they use gimmicks such as drama, action, suspense to keep you hooked. And that usually comes at the cost of accuracy when it comes to mental illness. So my project looked at things like symptoms, causes to suffer themselves, social stigma and how that's presented in the film, and therapies. And so one of the big things I found was that especially in the causes of depression, TV and film would go for a much more action-packed, dramatic cause, because that's what people wanted. They wanted something really, really suspenseful and action-packed so that you could really sympathise with the character. However, depression can stem from a myriad causes, and you can't just put it down to some action-packed drama sequence where their parents die or something like that, because that's not how depression usually starts with people. It could just be that they've lost faith in the world, they've lost faith in themselves, they just don't feel the world is beneficial anymore, and so they get depression. So the thing that I found was that you get a very glamorized view of mental illness when you watch TV and film, just because they want to keep you watching. So that is basically the basis of my findings. And so I found some advice that I'd like to share to you guys about how to avoid social stigma with mental illness. So number one is do your research. Don't just assume that what the film is telling you is accurate. Actually go and research the mental illness properly so you get a better understanding and not just what the film wants you to see. Number two, avoid cliches. Don't use terms that are outdated about mental illness. Don't use don't use FAQs, because it's not attention seeking, it's not quirky, it's just don't use cliches. See the mental illness for what it is. It's something that affects 1 in 4 of us in our lifetimes, and it's something very real and something very personal. So don't just see it as the cliches that the world has kind of defined it as. And number 3, use the right language. Don't use nutter, psycho, weirdo, schizo, whatever, because that's just derogatory language. That's bullying. If you're using that language, even affectionately, you're still bullying. Don't use it. Use proper terms. This person is schizophrenic. This person has depression. This person is not nuts. They have schizophrenia. Number 4, don't fall into misconceptions. So, contrary to popular belief, schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder is not the same thing. I know lots of people think that schizophrenia is when you've got like more than one personality. That's not what it is. It's not split personality disorder. That's a completely different disorder altogether. Schizophrenia is where you hear voices, you see things that aren't there, and there's a myriad of causes for that, but it's not a distinct personality. Yes, people may think it's a distinct personality because you hear voices that aren't yours or voices you don't recognise, but it's not split personality. It's all still you. So that's my advice. I'm sorry this video is brief, but if you want to find anything else about mental illness, I'd say just use the internet, find some research. Time for Change, which is a charity about mental health discrimination. They're great. Their website's absolutely fantastic. Forums, NHS forums. Really just use your common sense when you're doing your research. Do lots of research, and together we can probably makes the world a better place when it comes to mental health. Thanks, guys.